Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on another SEC team, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, I cannot believe the very first play of the national title, we've already got a turnover. I think the quarterback really trusted his receiver, tried to put it in there, and the defense capitalizes by being able to get their eyes on the football to come up with that interception.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. And the single back takes the handoff. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First and goal, handoff. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Set up with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big game for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. They're kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Short throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for offense, looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
They're going to run it. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Grab near the sticks. It's Baker. Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Checks this down to the running back. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Longhorns looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Texas. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Looks left and finds his target there. You tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
1st and 10 play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown.
Great job by the offensive line here in opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Tries to get it to the running back. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's okay, but inside, no. Can't have that happen, and it cost them.
Tackle made after a big gain.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
And a jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Defense looking for a stop on 3rd and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Make the extra point and go up 6. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. And we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the wideout. This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He escapes the sack. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Lets it go quickly. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Here comes a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The distance will be from 36 yards away. No problem. Knocks it right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Texas offense comes back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love to see a post corner executed perfectly because it really shows you the time that a quarterback and receiver have put in together. That time it's ran perfectly. The timing was there, and great throw.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a hit. Sets up the offense in great position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
And now the defense able to bring him down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Final 10 seconds of the first half. They'll line up with 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Gators offense retakes the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver, and he's got it. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Gators are looking to keep this drive going. Here's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
He's running out of time here. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Right down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. There's the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle, but first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense getting set. It's second down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking for his back. Here's the target, and it's complete. A big play moves the ball across midfield, the opponent's 43.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Critical third down play for this offense right here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Vargas. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
Those big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Touchdown, Texas. This quarterback on fire today. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution, championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Florida offense is back out on the field now. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. And he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down here for this offense. They'll run it here. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and third down. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on 4th down.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finds his man. It's Baker. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Butler. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Dunks it down to the back. Clock. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Longhorns starting a new series here on first and 10. Quarterback drops back. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Looking to chuck it again. This time it's complete. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Final drive coming up. Let's see what the quarterback can do. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Single back, takes the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Vargas. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Longhorns looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Second and goal for the offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. So here we go. In the final seconds, one swing of the leg for the win. He got it! A field goal to win a national championship. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in a national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Texas Longhorns.